What's up, creepers and geekers? Chris the Atari Creep. How's everyone doing today? What the fuck is an Xbox One controller doing on my channel? Well, I don't know if you recall or not, but I did pick this thing up. I think it was like $1.50, $2, something like that at Savers. It was just so random. It was on the electronics shelf, wasn't even behind the counter, which led me to believe it probably doesn't work. But for $1.50, if anything, you know, customizing the shell and maybe, you know, passing that on to somebody was 100% worth it. And the nubs and everything, I mean, these things were all banged up, so I ended up buying a fairly inexpensive kit to, you know, put the things together and everything. I don't remember, it's been a while. But at one point I got the hubris, I believe that's the word, the hubris, to obviously paint the shell. This was originally a black controller. And a while ago I got this paint system called Rattle Bomb by Little Daddy Roth. If you know who Big Daddy Roth is, then it should be pretty self-explanatory. But for those of you who are not in the know, you fucking weirdos, Big Daddy Roth was a car painter, customizer, slash pinstripe artist, known for his candies and pearls and just real 60s and 70s sexiness. That's pretty much what Big Daddy Roth was. So his son, I believe, has these rattle can kits, and you can buy them either individual cans or as, like I said, a kit. And I had some left over, and I said, you know what, let's put it on here. So what you do is you put on a base of silver, and then you mist over the purple until you get the desired effect. And at the time, and it's a little darker on camera, it's a little more vibrant and a little more purpley in person, but I got the hue that I was looking after. And, you know, I didn't do the whole controller. I wanted to have some kind of contrast, you know. But the thing is, it's just been sitting around, and it's getting dinged up and banged around, and I don't know. And I'm looking to attach it to my computer and use this instead of my Atari controller, because I really don't like I'm going to call it a D-pad regardless. I know it's like a disc or whatever on the Atari controller. This thing, I don't know what it is. It just doesn't seem to be intuitive to me. It feels like almost the exact same controller. This one fits in the hand a little bit better. I like this controller a lot. I like this one too, but it just doesn't, So this was on the charger all last night. I was going to sync it up to my laptop and start streaming some Atari games, which I guess I could have still done. So I put it on the charger yesterday morning and just let it sit. Just let it sit until the evening. And then I wanted to sync it up last night, and I went to, you know, turn it on, and the battery wasn't in it. And I have no idea where it is. So it was in here somewhere, the controller, with its baggie and the screws and all the stuffs. And it was back here for the longest time. And I think the battery was right there. But you know what? The controller moved around so much. I think the battery stayed over here. And when I was cleaning things up, I think I put it in my Greebly box. So my day is going to be spent going through this to see if the battery's in there. You know, Jason always lives. I'm not surprised at all that I'm digging through this and I found a Jason mask. Ooh, look at it, look at all this. Tell me that's not an interesting shape. Oh fuck, you know, this shit's all over the floor. It's not in here. I swear to God, I hope I didn't fucking throw it out. You know, sometimes you have like vision in your head of where something is or where you've last seen it. The last time I seen it, it was over here, I believe. I believe it was in a bunch of parts that I was using to make the Atari flux capacitor. And that's why I thought it was in the Greebly bin, which is that blue lid right there. I put everything back. Because I thought maybe I just dumped the parts that I didn't want. But I started this droid parts bucket, you know, for when I get around to that. It's not in here. But I think I was going to use it for that. That's cool, right? That's cool. This is a lid to KFC. You can kind of see the logo there. So I just poured some extra resin in it with some dye in it. You can kind of see through it, right? Hollow out the center, put something really cool in there. I thought that was just a great idea. It just popped right out. I mean, I did use a mold release, but So yeah, you can use KFC lids to make some really cool whatever. So here's my thought. I do have a bunch of parts inside the Hayward pool filter for the droid, and maybe I threw it in there. So I'm just going to kind of rummage through it and see, and if not, you know, we'll just move forward. Okay, so there's two places. It could be in here. I doubt it, because this is where I just wanted to keep the motor and everything. Nope. In here is the other place. So let me pull some of this stuff out, and hopefully it will emerge. If not, I probably threw it away. That's another memory I seem to be having too. Did you ever expect to be watching a YouTube video of some guy looking for something? Nope, it's not in here either. Fuck. So we're in the studio because it's snowing today. And I want to get this done, and I don't want to go up in the attic. Go through this. I have 2 of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 windows open. Alright, here we go. Interesting. Interesting. It's definitely making it shiny. I don't see a prism yet, but it's probably going to take a couple of coats anyway. Right? Oh, by the way, don't tell my lady I'm doing this. Okay, here it comes. Wow, that's pretty subtle. Subtle. Okay, I'm gonna let those dry by the window, and then come back in for a couple more passes. This is still after what you just saw me spray. Again, it's very subtle. It's very subtle. A lot of greens and golds. Alright, let's let this dry. It kind of smells like baking in here. Not bacon like the meat, but baking like as in cookies and cakes and all kinds of fun stuff. Okay, I'm going to let this dry for about 20 minutes. I'm going to hit it again. Alright, round 2. I'm doing it right in front of one of the windows. I opened up a couple on the side too. Oh my god, this was such a bad idea, but I got a fan going. Look at this relic. My mom kept this thing. I remember this as a kid. I remember being an early teen when my parents probably bought this. And it still works fine. I don't get it. Everything today sucks. Oh, look at that. Oh my god. A little more subtle there. Wow. That's after about maybe 3 or 4 more little sprays. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let these dry for another 20 minutes, hit it again, and then just call it a day there. And just let them cure up. Wow. Oh, I can't wait for the sun to come out so I can show this to you out there. Wow, that's beautiful. All right, let me let them be. Oh my god, it stinks so bad. And oh, wow. Let's go in the direct light here. Ooh, let me put this together. Hold on. Oh my god, look at that. Wow. Yeah, I must have broke one of the tabs putting the sides back on. Oh well, what are you going to do? There it is. It's all done. Well, except I don't have the battery, so I don't know if I can sync it up to a... Yeah, the light in here is garbage. You can kind of see the effects. I promise you, in life, in real world scenarios, me looking at it, Looks awesome. It's actually pretty. It's pretty. It's really beautiful. I like it. Now, if I could just find the fucking battery, I can see if it'll hook up to my computer and see if my efforts were or weren't for naught. But either way, you know what? I had it. I've been itching to use. This stuff is great. This was awesome. I have about 2/3 of a can, if not a little bit more. It doesn't even look like they even used it. So, and when I say they, I got a huge score of, I would say probably about 85% of this came in that lot. It was free, along with most of that down there too. The local marketplace had, you know, the bags came with it and all this stuff. But it was in the local marketplace, a page called Everything Free here in Melrose or whatever, and I was able to score it, and this was in there. So most of those cans are completely full. There's one that's almost empty, and the rest of them are all pretty much full. I don't know if they had aspirations to do something and never did it, but either way, I'm doing it. This would be the thumbnail if I didn't already take a really rad picture of the prism effect. But guys, thank you always so much for watching. I can't say that enough. I really can't. And what does it say, the 4th or the 5th? Either way, the holiday season is really starting to ramp up. We got a little bit of snow this morning. Nothing crazy. The lawns are a little bit white, but that's about it. It's going to melt in a couple hours. Guys, wherever in the world you are, I hope you're doing well. And until next time, take care, keep it real, and bye-bye. You know what else I'm getting excited about? Remember the flux capacitor? If you haven't seen that, go back a couple of videos. I turned an Atari 2600 into a flux capacitor. Other videos are starting to pop up from the challenge, so I'm getting all excited about that. All right, guys. Bye-bye.